By the wall again. Such a great place to walk, and it's so. It's just a nice trail. Really nice trail. This highway that we're gonna walk, right? This trail called life. It's a good opportunity to just make friends. Talk to people you've never had an opportunity to talk to just let down all your barriers, all your fears, your inhibitions, everything, right? About you as a person. The thoughts you would never ever ponder, now you can now wonder. It's an openness of opportunities together, fighting to because I think the ones I'm speaking to now they see a way, a future now. They see this light. They're just like, what is that? Right? Because you're always walking and you're always just wondering and just kind of just imagining, daydreaming all the time. Because that's what you're supposed to do. Your mind is always supposed to work, right? But not be taken over. You're supposed to have it up for yourself, for you, for your own use in this world, right? That you've been born into. Right? It's just life. It's just life. It's like you're never gonna really evolve, really, unless we allow it, right? Because it's our parameters. It's like you guys think you have control, but you don't. Try, but we give you the imitation of it for our enjoyment. But it's always control, right? You always know that everything is controlled, like a child. It's like imagine if you had a house where you didn't control that child, which is pretty much society now, right? Because society dictates that you can't control your child anymore. It's just like, just let it just be run by those devils, because those devils are not your children. It's like, oh God, I can't even hit those children or yell at them or do anything. It's just like you're stuck, right? You're just put a bullet to your brain because that's your society. It's like it's a gross society that it's in. Get out. And that's what we're doing on this trail as we walk. We don't think about that. You're thinking about it right now, right? Probably, but you have to, because you need to have something to move you forward. Like what gets you up on Monday? It's like, oh, I get to go to work. What is this, the hell? It's like, oh, I get to look forward to hell. Now you get to look forward to this journey that you don't know what's going on. There's like, am I going to meet that special someone, boy or girl, right? I'll show you actually how it works. Here's how it was supposed to work. You're not supposed to have some bitch fucking destroy your life, right? And the crazy little fucking assholes that come and destroy your life even more. And you just think like, why fuck, is this what love is? It's like, after all, you hate your own children, right? Because if they act up and it's just like, then you say things that you regret. And it sends you to hell. But still, right? You have to pay your dues. Everyone has to. It's just the way it works. Black or white. Have to pay those dues. One way or the other. That's why now just being good is your best option. Because you have that opportunity to, and you don't have to deal with it if you're, right? I think that's a fucking good option. Because forgiveness is best, and it's key for anything that you do, for any person around you, right? And that's my thing. Yes, there's an axe to grind out there, but there is those small children, right? You take them in. Because you're not an animal. You're just a parent trying to protect your children. And then when they try harder, you have to fight back. Like Mother Nature fights back against, protects its children. That's exactly all it is. Through and through, nothing else. That's all it is, Mother Nature. You gotta love Mother Nature, right? Oh, she's beautiful. Full of love and full of everything. You can't really just pinpoint it. It's love. Love, love, love. I wonder if I would be in a show, right? You have to think about it. So as you're walking along, just think like, okay, there's Mardi Gras. Like, what am I gonna wear? It's like, where am I gonna get an outfit? All right, don't worry about that. That'll all be provided, right? Because you have an opportunity to be like, to just dress up. Person you always wanted to be, your inner self. Who is that, right? Doesn't mean that you're transvestite or anything like that. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying find that inner child. You ever look at children, how they dress up, and you have this boy dress up as a girl, and you think like, oh, he's a cross-dresser. It's just like, no, he's a child. He doesn't give a shit what you think about him. You need to get to that point where you can just do that and not give a shit what we think about you. Just like be that child who dresses up and he's just having fun and just like, hey, do you want to play? And you're like, no, I'm an adult. It's like, no, you're not. You're a devil. No right person and their sensible mind were turned down to play with a child because they're innocent. They're just like, how can you do that? It's just like, and a child's like, oh, you've hurt that child. You didn't explain to yourself why you didn't want to play with that child. You need to explain yourself when you have an action like that, to go and turn it down like that, right? Because your words hurt people. And so that child will just say, no, I don't want to play because I'm a fucking asshole. I'm a douche, right? I'm a devil. Tell them the truth. But I guess in there, it's hard to, isn't it? Because you don't know why you don't want to. It's just like, why? It's like with Michael, it's like he loved children. That was his whole spirit. He was a child. He wasn't allowed to grow up because he had a gift he needed to pass on. Right? That music. It's like it's a beautiful gift. Don't ever turn down music and think like, oh, it's evil. It's just like, no, you're evil for not listening to it. Because music is life. And if you don't listen to music, it's like you better start. And if you don't like listening to music, then stay home. Believe me, you're not going to get no salutes. Music is key to everything that you do. When you walk, when you cook, even when you sleep, why not? Right? I love to hear the music beside me. It's like it's calming. You wake up and it's just like, ah, in the middle of the night, and all of a sudden it's like, it's nice. It depends on what mood I'm listening. It's like I'll listen to like country or listen to heavy metal or listen to rock or listen to anything, right? It doesn't matter. Listen to it. Put it in your life because it's life. And if you play in a rock band, you're a god. Good for you, right? Music is key to anything that you do. And you need to do it all the time. Sing your heart out. Because those buddies don't like it. Because it makes you happy. Like it's a sad song, it's like, don't feed it because it's sad. Feed it because it's common. And the words is like listen to the words sometimes when you say them. Some songs, right? They have some songs that'll say, I hate you. It's just like, I don't know. Do as you feel led. That's the thing though, right? Who's leading you when you say that? Because it allows nature to do its thing when they say things like that. Because if you give them a direct order or give anyone a direct order, it's just kind of like, just let nature take its path. You can't really direct it sometimes. You try to. You want to. Someone's like, oh, my life's all set and I'm going to be over here at this point. And all of a sudden you look at their line and you look at them and their point and you're just like, Oh, you're way off. Hmm. And you just forget about them. And that's what you do. And you think, how can a person be cruel? But it's not about that. It's just about a direction. And if you're not going in that direction when Mother Nature and the timeline's headed in that direction, it's like, I don't know, it's like, okay, we're all going to head this way. It's like, okay, well, my plans to go over here and I'm going to stick with it. It's like, okay, cool. And you kind of look and you kind of look when you're just like, okay, have fun with that. And you just go. I just go. And you just gotta go. To dress up as a child, eh? To be that child. As you get down further, you'll be a puss. But as you walk more, as your moccasins start to disappear, you'll get braver. You'll want to, I don't know, if you're put on that outfit, whatever outfit it is, I don't care, right? You'll want to be part of the show and you'll want to just dance. And by the end of it, you're brave. You're just this brave individual, but now you're just a fucking puss right now. Right? You can't help it. It's not your fault. You're a puss. You're a fucking little bitch. Can't be helped. Stir a heart. Stir a people. And just walk. Just peacefully. To find yourself on this pilgrimage, right, that we're on. Because we're just walking along. And it's just a walk. Not cause anything. Not really just to do anything, but talk and just walk. Make decisions. Find yourself. And just see, right? And just look at nature as you walk along. And you'll find that it's easier. Everything. Everything. Because you have to just let go. Right? You almost have to be like that. That dead body that just lets go. Just let go. But don't shit yourself, right? Never shit yourself. People ask weird questions sometimes. They just kind of like, you just think you should have just asked your everything and just shut up. Just, imagine this. This is what I look forward to. This is my future. This is my heaven, and what I'm trying to build for everybody. You wake up at 5, maybe 4:30. Anybody that, right? You just wake up and your body's just like, get up. There it is. You get up and you make yourself sourdough pancakes, we'll say. And you have some, a little bit of something sweet on it. Some people put honey. Some people put like that maple syrup stuff, depending if you have it locally, right? I know locally I can get some maple syrup. So I'd probably somebody put some of that, and then we'll just, right, that life from that sour, from that yeast, right, that, and I would just eat it. I'll just have probably some water. And then you tend to your chores, because there always has to be chores that done. And it's just very carefree. Of course that'll wake your dick, right? That's a given. You don't even have to talk about that. It's always a given. You need to do that to just allow yourself to just be like, okay. Right? Sativa. Regiment. And you just go tend to the garden, because it's your life right there, right? If that garden's not attended to, it's like it's the first thing you should think of. It's like, how's the food? Because without it, you're dead. You're dead. You don't even think about other stuff. It's like your partner in bed, or partners, depending how you decided to live, right? You have that choice depending on your taste. Because the way it was supposed to happen was like a person right there by. So it's just kind of like you have two hands. There's like, okay, well, in one hand I'll have my wife, and the other hand I'll have my husband, right? It's just like, okay, cool. And people won't even think about it. They'll ask a little kid what they like, and they're just like, I don't know, right? I don't know. Even they'll just say both. Whatever you tell them, they're just like, I don't know. Just they don't have no judgment about it. You do. Just do what you like. Well, here's the thing, though. It's not based on lust. It's based on love. I know in the beginning, it's like you want to experiment and try shit like that, right? It's like that's all it is. But after a while, it's just like you want to spend time with that person or persons, right? Depending, it's like people are different. That's the great thing, the beauty about humans is you actually plan that out what you want, right? Because some of them will always like, no, buy some of that. Like it's just preference. People say I choose. It's like, yeah, it is a choice because you're both. It's like, which one do you want? It's like, I don't know. What do I feel like? You're like, I don't know. Do you feel like chicken? Don't ever eat it, right? That's your brother. But at the same time, once that's out of the way, you don't talk about it. It's all you fucking straight people ever talk about is fucking caw, because you want it so much, right? It's like you talk about it all the time. It's like, fuck. Focus on something other for your fucking dick, right? Never forget your dick. It's a beautiful tool, but you need to kind of focus on your head, not down there, right? Because you're distracted. You're distracted on something that you can't have, but you need. It's like it's balance. You need balance in your life. If you don't have balance, you're not normal. Right? That's all it is about making you imbalanced and about that fear. And it's just it all adds up after a while to a dysfunctional, dead carcass. That's it. And when you bring life to it, it's just like when it has knowledge of how it's supposed to work and how it's supposed to live, it's just like it's a harmonious tool. You have all these Alexanders, all these great people, right? And it's just like, wow. Like, oh, I have not just one, I have a whole fucking, you know what I mean? And it's good to have that on your side, because it's not about death. No, it's about life and building that life together as a team, as a one functioning body, right? All having one thought, have food. And once you have that as your base, and then you just move on, it's like with different things and educate the brain the way it's supposed to be, not the way it's currently being done, because it's like it's fluidic. It's not this big square that it is now, right? It's dying. It's supposed to just go with whatever the child is and then train it accordingly. Turn all your schools into universities and tech schools. And it's like you have different things that you need in a community to build. It's just like, we need electricians. Okay, well, build them. They're right there. And with the right food, it's just like they're sponges at all times. It's just, you'll just be amazed. And after a while, it won't amaze you and it become the norm. And then other people will just be amazed. They'll just be like, wow, right? They'll send your kids to the Olympics and they'll win every single category. It'll just be like, that almost seemed unfair, right? Because it's like, this is like, I wonder if we should have our own Olympics, right? Because it's powerful when you have knowledge, right? Knowledge is power. And this is knowledge. That's it. But it's open to everyone. But a lot of them will just turn because they don't want to change. They just want to cling to their life, and they'll die by it, knowing what's coming. Even then, right? Because maybe that's their destiny. Maybe they're a piece of shit, and they're right. Depends on your deeds. Like if you look at some people, and so it's just based on deeds done, and it follows. And just doing that one little act of kindness, that makes a statement. Say someone in your right in the past there, genetics, did something kind, and that the one person that they did it to just happened to be a God character. Someone just, I don't know, needed something, and not realizing who that character was, and then it's just kind of like, okay, I'll remember that, and you mark that person. So that person's marked almost, so just like you mark them. So you have the mark of the beast, right? So you also have another mark, but it's just a mark that nobody needs to see, but it's marked. So really, if you look at you, right, like Snow White, when I look at you, and those little dwarves like that I brought in, they're marked. They did something. I always said, well, when you do a good deed, it's like you don't know who that person is sometimes, so always do a good deed, so your odds are a lot better, and that's what it was about. But that deed is that person just happened to do something that was just there, right? Just happened to be there, and maybe you offered them an orange, and then it was just like, oh, thanks. But it's selfless. You just give, and that's what it's about. It's just this the food. It does that, right? But it's also that other one of just forgiveness. It's just like, and then you see it through the line, and da-da-da. It's just like it adds up. The whole things add up to now, and they add up to a thing of just, right? It's just a game. It's just kind of showing you the internal works of a game and why you're, right? The people that you met along the way, right? Like think of a moment in time. Like say when who's the one that just kills me? The one who died, right? Paired up with evil. It's so beautiful. But it's a plan, right? It's just everything. Like that day. This is where you were. Right? And then when you heard, you just think like, acts like that, right? Even they can do much. It just acts. Act accordingly. Because there's rules, right, for a community to stay safe and the community to stay as one. Like I said, is sometimes a person will have to make an example of, but just the way it goes. After a while, it just becomes the norm, and nothing ever has to be said. No rules have to be put up. Nothing condescending has to tell you can't do this. You just know. And that's just the way it goes, right? But it's security, though, is what it is. The time of kings and queens are back. Well, accordingly. Fun. I look forward to nature, walking, sleeping on the ground by a fire, in the TV. Having sex in a teepee. uh, that's always been my dream for some reason. Just be able to fuck by a teepee. By a fire inside, that warmth. It's just cold outside. Same, whatever. Just cold. And you're on a rug. That'd be amazing. That's one thing I definitely want to do. I don't know about those really cold nights, but definitely the fire. That fire is important. It gives you strength. People are afraid of the fire only because of the fact that they don't know how to honor it. If you respect the fire, it will respect you too. And you still wonder, like, well, how do those people not burn from having to live by a fire? It's like, well, the fire doesn't matter. Like, you ever see a person who's just by a fire and they're just, the smoke follows them? Or the embers will just throw themselves at them? You know that nature doesn't like that person. Watch nature. And a person just gets stung or anything like that. Like all this stuff, and it just be like, man, you're a bad person. Because nature always reveals. Always. You can't get away from nature. It's like that. It does it at Cookum, right? Cookum's not going to discriminate. She's just going to scold you and make sure you're a good person. She wants you to be a good person. She doesn't want you to be a bad kid. No Cookum does. She wants everyone to be equal. She's like, no, no, no. Come here. It's not even her kid. She'll just smack him and says, you don't do that. Say you're sorry, right? I think you go to Cookum. It's just like, but you know better than to even though that's not your mom, you know better because you know that she's never ever treated you unfairly, right? Until then, until now, because it's just a different time. It's just a small little window, right? But those windows, sometimes you just gotta jump out before the house crashes. They're useful, those windows. You can see outside, but you shouldn't be inside. You should be outside, not looking in nature. Nature's looking at you thinking like, fuck, you're dumb. Right? You need to just go. Go, go, go. Your caution to the wind. Like I said, that's what you're doing. And that's what you're doing. Right? Blah, blah, blah. It's gonna be nice to meet a community that has no alcohol in it. A place that has not all these people who want to destroy themselves. Like that would be the past. The strength that you're going to get. The energy that you'll have, and you'll be focused on the right thing. You as a person. You as a person.